Well, it's a case that prompted passionate opinions on both sides. A Michigan veterinarian charged with stealing a homeless man's dog.
A Grand Rapids jury found Dr. Amanda Hergenreiter guilty of misdemeanor larceny late Friday. Target investigator Susan Samples takes us inside the courtroom for that two-day jury trial on a case that began almost a year ago.
Chris Hamilton may have lost his house, but he still had his companion of 13 years, Vinny the Pit Bull. That is until last November.
Did you make a report, a claim of your dog being taken?
Yes.
Hamilton testified he had left Vinny tied up at his buddy's shop near 28th and Eastern in Grand Rapids. He walked to a gas station and returned no more than 45 minutes later, he said, to find his elderly pit bull gone.
When you got back, what did you do?
I ran up and down 28th Street. I think my dog got loose.
Instead, Hamilton later learned from workers at a nearby Bigby, Vinny had been taken.
I saw him, and then I noticed how he didn't move. He maintained this very uncomfortable, hovering position.
Amanda Hergenreiter, a vet with a practice near Frankenmuth, was in Grand Rapids for a conference when she spotted Vinny, tied up with a frayed rope, alone, and it appeared to her sick and neglected.
Can I call him Bigby? I renamed him Bigby when we rescued him, or my staff did, I should say. So I would like to refer to him as Bigby if I can.
You're testifying. You can testify to whatever you want.
Okay.
Hergenreiter testified she called Grand Rapids police for advice before she took the dog, despite workers at a nearby Bigby telling her colleagues that Vinny had an owner, a homeless man who would be back for him soon.
If I did take this dog and say it comes back to me, what kind of trouble can I get in?
If I were to give you any advice or anything like that, which I technically can't, I would state the neglect the dog is in and that you thought it was abandoned.
If you had been told you couldn't take the dog, would you have taken the dog?
Absolutely not. If you would have told me no, I would not have.
But weeks later, when Grand Rapids police demanded Hergenreiter return Chris Hamilton's dog, she wouldn't do it, noting Vinny/Bigby had so many medical problems, including a severely infected tooth, it cost her $3 grand to treat them all.
Isn't it true in those pictures, Vinny is cowered and crouched over?
He gets like that when he's kind of scared.
For 13 years, Christopher Hamilton had his dog. 13 years prior to November 3rd of 2024. In 25 minutes, the defendant decided that she knew best and that he wasn't worthy of a conversation.
The jury took less than an hour to find Hergenreiter guilty of misdemeanor larceny. One of the jurors told me she understood where the vet was coming from in wanting to care for the dog, but that was someone else's best friend. The juror said taking Vinny and not giving him back was selfish and cruel and robbed Vinny of spending his last days with his best friend. He was living with the vet on the east side of the state when he died in July at age 16. No word yet on a sentencing date, but Hergenreiter will face up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine.